Hey, I was just letting you know that global warming, it's not about saving the planet. The planet will always be here. It's about saving us as a human race.
Well, but that's the thing. I don't think that that's a moral issue. I think if it's time for the human race to be underwater and extinct, then that's going to happen now.
I'm sure the mammoth...
It's time for that.
I'm sure the mammoth wanted to hang out for a little while longer.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the three-toed sloth.
You know, there's people that believe that we were apes. There's a theory of evolution called the aquatic ape theory, which says that we were apes that got underwater. Like that we were apes that were on an island, and we had to start swimming, and that's how. Ooh. If you take an ape and you make him swim for thousands of years, he'll start to have no fur, and it straightens your back. Your back straightened out through not walking but through swimming. And that's what made us smarter. It made us smarter. It made our snouts turn into noses because they're better for swimming.
Yeah.
And that some of us kept going and became dolphins, and that the rest of us are humans.
Too lazy. We're like,
and we stop right here.
That's good enough for me.
I'm just gonna stop here.
Yeah, this is good. Exactly.
I like that.
And we came back to Earth, so that just happened. There weren't the apes that stood there and went, "This isn't right."
We're so pompous.
I want to still be an ape.
Humans want to last forever, and
no, we're not going to.
And of course, I would love to see humans last forever. But yeah, it's not in the cards.
No, it's not.
We're pompous. It's not, and it's going to be something so ridiculous that takes out, our humans.
Yeah, it's going to be like a bee or something. It's going to be some kind of bee.
Yeah. So the last person is going to be like, "Wow, who saw this?" As the end.
Like, I love Pot Talk Monday.
It is Pot Talk Monday.
Love Pot Talk Monday.
It's going to be some kind of space dust that was just happened to be on an astronaut's sleeve that they forgot about. Just some dumb thing
Andromeda strain
that just wipes everybody out.
Yep.
And no one saw it coming.
I think it's going to be one bee, like one specific bee.
Just like have some super sting and
just
it's lethal in 100% of the cases.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can protect and do everything, we can to make sure we're here for a while, but it's going to be something so ridiculous in the end.
How do you think you'd hold up in a post-apocalyptic world there, Louis?
Yeah, I don't think I would do so good.
Everyone likes to think they do really good, and it's like, I don't know.
I wouldn't be one of the survivors.
I would just be a psychopath with guns and just...
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would just kill people to take their stuff.
You would hang in there?
I'd have to,
I would hit the woods.
Would you just hit the woods?
Hit the woods. Find like-minded people like myself in the
woods. I'd be a marauder until I get blown up.
And it makes sense that, look, I have kids. I want them, like, when I leave a hotel room, I turn off the air conditioning.
Ooh.
Whatever. I do what I have to do.
I leave the air conditioning on and open the doors in the Bahamas. Like a sliding glass doors blowing 95-degree humid air in, and I got the air conditioning blasting, the TV's on.
Yeah, you got weather fronts.
Oh, I don't care.
Your room.
I don't care.
I don't. I do what I can because of my kids, but at some point we're gonna be the last generation of humans. Somebody's gonna be the last one.
Someone's gonna be the last,
and it's not our fault. We're just dumb animals.
Do you want it? I don't understand when you have kids, but don't you kind of want it to be your generation that's the last?
Well, that's
it's some strange way to see the whole end of it all.
I want to see Manhattan underwater. I mean, I want
at least that.
Yeah,
that would be cool. Submarines and stuff.
That would be really cool.
Hey, it is Pot Talk Monday. Everyone knows that. So but that's something. It's funny because every generation wants to be the last generation.
Yep.
They want to be the one that thought they knew what cool music was.
That was it. Right? No one coming after me, man. That's it.
I know what's cool when it comes to
legacy. We're the legacy of this planet.
Some generation should decide to be the last one and, like, neuter themselves and just have one last generation where everybody just drinks and has sex
and uses all the oil they can, just drives gas guzzlers,
and then just dies.
They drive on the highway in that vehicle that pulls the space shuttle out of the building.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Just drive around it.
That's what you drive to work in.
After you get past the fact that you're the last generation, that after you, the Earth is going to be awfully strange, whatever. You could have a lot of fun.
Yeah, you sure can.
You could have a lot of fun. Astronauts take the space shuttle and just go out.
Yeah. Just leave.
Turn into skeletons somewhere near
Saturn.
Yeah,
who cares? Just unprotected sex with anybody.
Yes.
Oh, it's great stuff.
Walk around with guns.
Unlock the prisons. Let them all out. Who cares?
So when we're gone, who takes over the world?
whatever animal, whatever bug.
Yeah, whatever's next, ants.
Well, what animal would it be? You think it would be some kind of bug?
Well, there wouldn't be one. There probably wouldn't be one.
There wouldn't be one with the divine Spock that we have.
I understand that.
Well, the dinosaurs had it.
But what?
I don't know.
What animal takes over? That's why I think it's creepy that we're animals.
Yeah.
But there's no second place.
There's no vice animal.
That's what creeps me out.
We don't have the vice president of humans.
We've had this discussion many times. That creeps me out. It's like, why isn't there someone in second place just kind of like waiting for us to F up?
That we look at like,
you're looking at it wrong, because you're picturing like an animal doing like kind of
a retarded human.
You're picturing
second place.
like an elephant in a suit. And
but
now
dude,
now he owns a baseball
that's
team.
what we
an elephant in a suit.
But Louis, that's what we joke about. We're like, why aren't you taking a bus with I don't know, a squirrel or like some other.
Right.
Life form.
Because that's how we roll. But
right.
Bugs are actually they have more run of the joint than we do.
Right. This place would look totally different, too, after a few years of no humans being around to maintain the roads and the buildings. This place would just look like a vined, overgrown mess that some other animal would
Wouldn't take long.
No,
we're living on...
But doesn't it creep you out that there's nobody even near us as far as a massive drop-off?
We're actually...
Massive drop-off.
Well, that's only if you measure us as the apex. That's
but
only
all
if
the
you look
other
at
animals...
and say we're getting the most
But Louis,
out of the
all the other animals kind of live together, and they're kind of like
and they're doing
similar,
fine.
and we are the only ones that do not belong on this earth.
Well, this is how we survive.
Yeah, we're a little weird.
We were weak animals, so we built these. We have all right. So
why aren't
shelters and huts are just weird? They're huge and metal.
Why aren't the dolphins building stuff?
Because they don't need to. Because they survive.
Why hasn't one other animal built something that is like almost similar to what we do?
Even
but
close.
That's like
even the apes.
You don't even see one animal using something to get themselves around.
Well,
like a primitive bike or something.
That means they're going to see a monkey just driving a bike that came from like Gilligan's Island.
I think we come from somewhere else, and that's why.
Do you think so?
Yep. I think
he's a very strong believer in that.
I think we just landed
brought here, dropped off, never belonged here.
If you start with an ape before they were us, and you just he just starts figuring stuff out little by little, you just get here. This isn't, to me...
But no other animals getting there.
Deal.
No other animals getting there.
That's not their way that they survive. Their populations are doing fine without all this shit.
But they're all still... but they're all just kind of living in harmony with each other, just kind of using the basic...
Well, they eat each other.
But they're using just the basic stuff. They're not really making anything that impressive with the basic raw materials. We got nuclear power plants. We got space shuttles way up there.
We harness the power of the atom.
Yeah, what are the giraffes doing? They're doing nothing.
Zebras aren't looking at us going, God, I wish I had a... I had a Bentley.
But doesn't that make you think that they're not doing anything? They're not doing anything.
There isn't one other animal out there doing anything.
Every once in a while, an animal will make a pile of dirt.
We're amazed when a monkey takes a stick and puts it in a termite hole and pulls it out. He used a stick.
That's what creeps me out. There's no one no other animal out there is even close to us.
Nobody has... nobody has a Barbie lunchbox. Nobody has
nothing.
There's not one wallaby that is doing a morning radio show today.
Dude, we're building
There's not one hyena who has a Wii.
Playing the Wii.
Who can play Halo.
I'm sure some would probably love playing the Wii.
Look at all the buildings outside. What is the rest of these animals doing? Nothing.
They're walking
a pile
around
of
eating
dirt
each
here
other
and there.
Sleeping in a cave. They're doing fine.
Ope makes a good point on this one, Louis. We kind of are a little odd to this planet.
It creeps me out that there's a massive drop-off after us, and that's why I'm convinced we're just not from here.
I'll tell you what I really don't think is definitely, what I think is definitely not the answer is that that God made us and made us special.
No, I don't buy that either.
I don't buy for a second.
I don't buy that.
No.
The whole story behind it is too fantasy-like.
Yeah.
There has to be, I want records. I want parchment records. I want the schematic that he used. Something.
I would just
we're an unchecked mammal. That's all. We're overpopulating. It's just
all right. One out of
needs us.
All right. One out of all the animals out there. That's creepy. Know how many different animals there are out there? Not one. If you put us on a graph like what we've done And what everybody else does, they're all way down here. One's a little better than the other.
We have medicine. No other animal uses that. If any other animal gets sick or injured, they're dead.
That's right.
They're dead. We came up with medicine. Mm-hmm. I mean, well, like Hope says, give me a close or even a distant second place animal.
Well, who's in second place? Seriously, humans?
Who's in second?
And then who's?
Well, again,
I'd say
people would argue
I'd say the gorilla.
Or gorillas.
In technology and
chimpanzee.
In literature and technology, I think we're definitely a far first.
Literature?
Yeah.
Far first is not even another...
But as far as taking
not even
care
another
of
animal that can read a word.
But as far as taking care of ourselves and being healthy and sustaining as a species, we're not that much better than the other ones. The other ones are keeping their numbers fine, and they're probably more stable.
Yeah,
they probably don't get the same diseases we do. Most of they just die of old age. A lot of those animals, they don't,
or something else ripping its throat out.
yeah, exactly.
Now,
I don't think there's a big problem with breast cancer among the raccoons. You know what I mean? I don't think that I don't know. I could be wrong.
Not one other animal goes to school, goes to work.
That's right.
Nothing.
But I don't think any hippos have diabetes and are nearsighted.
And they're overweight.
Yeah,
right.
Good point.
We just come from somewhere else. Wow. It's time that we admit that.
The fan animal is panicking with the brakes.
All right. Why don't we...
Very late.
There you go. Pot Talk Monday. That's
Pot Talk Monday.
We still haven't done Free Ringtone Monday Mania or Feel Good Story Monday. We'll try to get to those before we get out of here.
We have a feel-good story.
Hey, you know that you have a bunch of crap lying around your place that you don't want or need. Some old concert T-shirts, CDs you'll never play, and perhaps even some gold or jewelry. Didn't that sound natural?
Yeah.
Well, the rest of that stuff is probably worthless, but you can pick up some quick cash by sending all that unwanted jewelry off to cash4gold.com. Just click on cashforgold.com. That's cash, the number 4gold.com.
Giraffes don't have this service, by the way.
Of course not. They don't even have jewelry.
No.
Nope.
And follow the simple on-screen instructions, starting with request a pack. Once your gold and jewelry arrives at the facility, your money goes out 24 hours later. Clean out your house, get rid of all the garbage, and pick up some quick and easy money with cashforgold.com. Call them at 877-GOLD-590. That's 877-GOLD-590, or click on cashforgold.com. That's cash, the number 4gold.com. Use promo code VIRUS and pick up an extra 2.5% value. We go to break. It's open.
Answer is number 2, by the way. I'll tell you after.
Huh? What? Oh, okay. We're in the middle of Pot Talk Monday.
Wow.
It's a simple question. The humans, top of the food chain, doing a lot of interesting things on this planet.
Yeah.
It's a simple question. Who's second?
Who's number 2?
Who's number 2? And before you give your answer, Louie, a lot of people are giving theirs on instant feedback. You got CW from Scranton. Deer. They're taking over the world. Look at how many we run over every day, and they still keep coming back.
Nah.
It's not deer.
All right,
it has nothing to do with pure population.
No.
How about Stephen S. from Bayshore? I give the edge to any species that can balance a beach ball on its nose.
Well.
The dolphin, the seal, the killer whale.
None of that translates into any skill that's useful.
And you can't really say that a water-based animal is going to take over.
Well, actually, most of the world is water, and
yeah.
So they should be kicking ass right now.
See, that's us
over us.
See, that's us being pompous.
I guess.
That's us being pompous once again.
Yeah, because we haven't even seen the bottom of the ocean.
No.
Yeah, but we've seen enough of it to know they're not building crap down there.
We don't even know how many. There's probably like a planet 10 feet away from Earth full of people that are like, look how dumb these things. Just look over here, ass. Jerk off.
We got a submarine that almost went far enough to discover a whole nother civilization.
Yeah.
And the people were in a panic as they see this thing slowly, going down.
They're going back up.
They're going back up. They got scared by those glow-in-the-dark fishes. All right, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
No, we have no idea.
Hey, then you got Bobby D. from Brockton, Mass. I've seen a bear riding a bike at the circus.
Again, these
because we were talking about
imitations of human.
But we were talking about other animals and why
trained by a human.
Why aren't they figuring out other ways to get around?
To do that, why didn't they figure that out themselves?
But Bobby D. That's exactly what Bobby D. writes. He goes, "I'm pretty sure they strapped his feet to the pedals, but he could do it." So
yeah, but that bear is still just evidence of how cool humans are. That we can teach a bear to ride a bike.
But there's nobody in second. That bothers me. We're watching TV here in the studio. Why doesn't another freaking species have some kind of TV network?
Even just the big old CRT ones.
Right. Even like just the...
Like with tubes.
Yeah, something. Where they have one channel, like seals have a TV channel.
There's some penguin adjusting the aerial.
Right. Nothing.
It's ants, I'm telling you.
So you said ants.
Hold on.
Well, we got more answers.
A couple more. James T. He likes turtles, so he's thinking turtles are inside.
I like turtles.
I like turtles.
Yeah,
yes, certainly do, you little type.
Beavers, they build dams and huts out on the water to live in. Derek from Jersey.
That's pretty good.
And you say, and someone says the bee. The bee is second. Shelter, communication, organized societies. That's from Nick in Ontario, looks like. Why do you say ants
are even smarter than bees? They have an amazing society.
Yeah.
There's one detail about what ants do. They keep cattle. They're called aphids.
Yeah.
Ants
they
take
milk
aphids,
them,
which is a smaller bug, and they take them. They catch them. They bring them down into their homes, and they keep them in the coolest part, like the nicest part,
the refrigerator.
Yeah, and they put them they put them along the walls of their where they live, and they milk them. They actually squeeze their nipples and get milk out of them and feed aphid milk to their young. And they keep them. They feed their aphids very carefully, and they have food specifically for them.
All right, they're getting ready to take over.
That's pretty creepy. It's pretty good. What ants can do, and also
do they have ant TV though?
But they communicate really well. They do when you see an ant trail from food to a hole.
Yeah.
The way that got started is an amazing. The way that they just spray out in all directions.
Rub the antenna.
The antenna.
They got like a scout that goes out, and then he comes back and tells the other guys, and then the other guys.
He'll eat a little bit of the food, but he'll take some back with him and put it into the mouth of the other, and they feed each other.
Yeah.
That ant trail thing is really creepy.
Yeah.
Last time I was on vacation, I was down in Turks and Caicos, and I almost cut the tip of my finger off just slicing into a pineapple. And it just starts bleeding like crazy, a puddle of blood outside my room on the balcony, right? And I'm just staring at the blood on the floor. Within seconds, there was a line of ants coming up the wall, over the rail, and down toward the blood.
Drinking it up.
That's how quickly they
told
each other. That's how quick. And they don't smell it. It's just that one randomized ant scout found it, and that's how quickly he was able to tell his whole colony.
Everybody know where it is.
Bringing your blood, and now your DNA has fed, like your blood was fed to an aphid, whose milk fed the young of the ants. Nice. So there's like little ants with your face on them running around.
Maybe I'm their god.
Yeah, probably.
You know what? I like your thinking about the ant being second in line, but I don't know. I personally can kill 1 billion ants in minutes.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
But there's way more than
we're going to be killed by some asteroid. It doesn't. Yeah. I mean, we're the same. We're just as fragile.
And you're talking about numbers.
Do you think the ant tries to come up with a defense against the human foot, like we with the asteroid?
That's the thing.
We talk about we could shoot nuclear missiles at it, or do this, or we'll send a drill team up and put a bomb in there, or whatever the hell movie you come up with.
That's why they're better, because they're just like,
the foot comes, it comes. What are we gonna do?
Exactly.
The big foot.
When the foot.
And how organized are they? All you have to do is knock over a little anthill, and you see how unorganized they are.
When they start running around all crazy,
they start running around like.
Yeah, well, that's what it looks like to you, but they're already rebuilding.
Yeah, they line it back up.
They line it back. If you come back a couple of minutes later, it's back up. None of this 9/11, what are we going to call it? Is there a spire? Should we build a park?
You know what?
There's no Mayor Bloomberg ants going, I just think we need to rebuild. They just start rebuilding.
They just start doing it.
If
it was up to the ants, we'd have those towers built already.
No red tape.
No ants. There's no, like, red state ants and blue state ants.
Right, they just do it.
No, there's no Gingrich ants.
I love Pot Talk Monday. I love it.
There's no there's no black ants with weird hair complaining that some ants, that they're red ants. Or...
And you talk about knocking over an anthill and they just go nuts, like New Orleans.
Yeah.
With the hurricane there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same thing.
There's no ants flying over the.
But if aliens,
after the foot comes, aliens
fly over and assess the damage.
But if aliens were looking at it from above, they're like, look at these stupid humans. They don't know what they're doing. But, this hurricane knocked their city apart, and look, they're running around like crazy.
But
we were organizing. It took a while.
Well, just gave all the money to Halliburton. We're not doing anything for those people. Are you kidding? New Orleans is gone. It's full. It just Halliburton squeezed it for whatever was left, and that was the end of it.
It was time for another city to move up.
Yeah, again, that's what I feel.
Yeah.
So what?
It's Rochester's turn.
Yeah.
It's just Rochester's turn.
That's right.
They've been waiting for this moment.
Yeah.
Let's go to Joe in Queens. Joe.
Yeah, there is no animal on Earth anywhere near us, and I can prove it with one word: veterinarians. We got to help them when they're sick and injured. Let's see a dog or a monkey operate on a person.
Yeah, why aren't they helping themselves and figuring out how to make each other better?
Well, they don't have. We don't.
Thank you, Joe. You're right.
But we only help them because we use them. And have them as pets.
True.
They're just supposed to die when they get
Joe
sick.
makes a great point, though. Why aren't they figuring this crap
make a great
out?
point.
I'm sure a dog would like to live a little longer instead of sit there and die of some whacked out.
No, it wouldn't.
How do you know?
Because they don't mind dying. They just lay down and die.
They're not scared of dying?
I don't think so.
I don't think that old dog that's like got the hip dysplasia and arthritis. He's sitting there going like,
yeah, he's got like somebody put a fake valve in his heart, and he's like, dude, let me go.
I just want to die.
I haven't taken a hard dump in 2 years. Let me go.
So when you see like a little doggy walking around with like training wheels for his back leg,
no, he was supposed to die.
He really doesn't want that.
He was supposed to.
He really doesn't want that.
No.
We are really asses.
The thing is that if he lived, the problem is that he lives in the streets where he would like starve slowly. If he was a dog in the wild with no legs, he'd just get torn apart.
Oh, yeah.
And his mother would eat him.
Immediately.
His mom
right out of the womb.
Yeah.
She'd be licking off the placenta and just go, what is it? Oh, okay.
Oh, I got 3 puppies and a snack.
Feed it to the rest of them, right?
So what? Snack. Hey, Middletown, New Jersey, checking in. Cigars and Scotch, of course. He goes, caterpillars can shape change into butterflies. Beat that.
It's pretty cool, but I don't see a butterfly really taking over. It's got to be something that in time can learn to be industrious.
That's why it's creepy.
I don't see. No one. I would say chimpanzees.
No, they're not, because they would have done it already. They would be competing.
No, because we're around to keep them in check. Mm-hmm. We keep the chimps in check. We absolutely do. We most of them are extinct. The only ones that we have around, we dress in little engineer uniforms because they look adorable dressed like that. Uh-huh. Little suspenders. Mm-hmm. But left to their own devices, I think they do pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to Pat in Belmore.
Over time.
Pat.
Hey,
no, it's the hack answer, but
yeah,
they got thumbs.
What's going on? I was going to say that actually killer whales have the most powerful brain on the planet. They can actually literally feel, using their sonar, literally feel everything within 5 miles around them.
Right.
So that's pretty impressive. And I think one of the things you're missing is that you're...
not that impressive, because they're still now walking on land to take a look around. Yeah. At least as humans, we've taken a peek under the water and figured out a way to, kind of do stuff underwater.
I never see a fish wearing, a big tank of water walking around the beach.
Right,
just looking at people.
You know, I got the
Would that be great?
I got this powerful brain. I'm going to do something with it.
That'd be hysterical. You're just laying, getting some sun, and this big fish or something comes out of the water with a big mask and a tank, and it's just pumping water into his gills, and he's walking around, looking around, kind of poking at you.
It would be funny if fish were competition to us. We were doing, everything the humans are doing would be well, the fish, they just got a wheel.
Yeah.
These guys are idiots.
They're stupid.
Let Pat continue. What else, Pat?
Well, I was just saying that, you're mistaking, technological development for dominance. I mean, technologically, obviously, we're the best on the planet, but there are developments with certain primates learning sign language, primates using skills. It's just that when we were hunter-gatherers...
Wait, slow down with that, because we forced them to do that by shocking them until they learn...
Shock them.
They learn a sign language.
Spooned out parts of their brain.
Right. It's not like they're doing it on their own. We're doing that for our own amusement. Let's see how smart we can make one of these things. They're just these little
it's still us doing something cool.
Yeah, they're not doing it on their own. We're using an electric prod when the TV cameras aren't on and go, hey, look, you're going to learn this sign for bread, or you're going to get shocked again.
Like them in Planet of the Apes. Mm-hmm. The fact that they call the apes ran the town and they called it Ape City.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like even they're acknowledging in that way that isn't this crazy?
That it's like this is insane.
Yeah.
Look, it's Ape City.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
We don't call our country like Man America because we think it's weird that men are involved. Ape law.
Ape law.
Ape law.
Oh, see, it's wild. It's law, but it's ape law. Yeah. We even see it's crazy.
We even think it's nuts. Look, we're monkeys. Yeah. We're not supposed to be in charge.
What were you going to say, Pat?
I said the only good human is a dead human.
Dead human.
Dead human.
Damn you. Damn you. Come on, Taylor. What's on the scrolls, Taylor, when he's trying to get him to recite the scrolls?
What are the third articles of ape law?
I don't know your law. I don't know your law.
True, I don't know your law, but...
Through some kind of brain surgery, they've taught him to speak. No, damn you, I'm standing here naked.
The weird thing is in the one where they show how it happened, you know, the conquest of the planet of the apes?
Yeah.
Where they show how apes used to be pets and servants?
Yeah.
It seems like the whole world revolved around ape problems. Like humans aren't any longer doing just regular jobs. They're just dealing with apes.
Like and the problems that having apes doing these jobs, and it's like they drop
ape
something.
Trouble in Sector 3. Ape trouble in Sector 3. Constant
trouble that it's worth.
It's just constant. And these jackbooted cops that are just about ape control.
Just to take care of the apes.
Disperse apes on Sector 4. Disperse apes. Like nobody's running a computer company or like listening to music. It's just constant ape management.
That's funny.
Ape management. Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Let's stay out of Mike in Connecticut. Mike.
Hey there, Mike.
Is there a delay on the phones? Is it our fault today? Mike.
Why does every person have this?
There's a delay with everybody.
Yeah,
today.
Some kind of problem.
Let's go to Boston. Alex. Go Pats, Alex.
It's
go
Pats. Their cell phones, right?
Hey, what's going on, boys? I got no delay here.
Okay, what do you got?
I got two things.
Cell phone.
You might as well skip feel-good story for the day because nothing tops we're all alone and we're all going to die.
And
the next animal taking over is prairie dogs, man. In-depth civilization, predator warning system, communication, they're pretty good.
Wow.
They're getting there, but they don't have prairie TV.
They can't run a company like Blackwater.
No.
Not one prairie on some kind of primitive computer.
Nope.
The second we're gone, think of all the apartments and office spaces.
The prairie dogs don't even have those TR7, those old computers.
Yeah, the old Tandy or Texas Instrument calculator.
I think one of them could have just gone to a dump and at least found a fan and plugged it in.
Right.
To keep cool.
Yeah, you can't even do that.
They can't even take the stuff we don't even want to use anymore and use it for themselves, which would make their lives better.
Yep.
No, they have no concept. That's why I would love to see, what would really put it in perspective, have some unbelievably intelligent alien race come down here and try to teach us tricks that we just cannot comprehend.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they're trying so hard and speaking in some weird language, and we're just stupid.
Duncan Booth, douche from Pittsburgh, he writes, what about the kangaroo? It has a pocket for its money and smokes. There you go.
Pretty good.
Kangaroo smoke?
And then someone is talking about the chaos theory with butterflies. Could we explain that next, maybe?
What, the fluttering of the wings?
Butterflies.
I think that's a rumor.
They're already attacking us. They can make hurricanes.
Urban myth.
Have you heard of the chaos theory? So now we got to look up the chaos theory.
You know that some people say that, the whole thing that Dick Cheney is a lizard.
Yeah.
That's that guy. That's your answer.
Dick Cheney.
Dick Cheney is a changeling lizard. This is like a big. There are many people that believe this. Seriously, there's a big
that he is a lizard.
That he's part of these lizard people that can change into humans, but that he's a lizard, and that's who's taken over.
All right, that's kind of cool.
Already taken over.
Lizards.
There are people that believe this.
I'm telling you, it's a planet 10 feet away that's full of lizards.
10 feet. What, do they
And
just camouflage themselves really well?
It's already 30% of us are already these lizards that are right over there.
I love your theory that there might be a planet 10 feet away.
We're just not looking. We're so blind because, like, we keep finding, there's another planet, and Pluto's not a planet. Like, there's one right there, and we just keep missing it. Like, every time people turn over and the planet just moves.
And we just don't have the equipment to pick up.
We can't look at it.
We just can't look at it.
No, it's like the dark side of the moon. It's just right there. And people kind of take just a shuttle spaceship cab over occasionally.
Yeah.
These lizards, they dress like humans.
And we're too busy looking far, far away.
Yes.
So maybe there's already an animal that's getting ready to take over, and they just decided to disguise themselves as us.
Yes, black people.
Like it.
No. Jesus, the lizards.
Wow, lizard people.
I was avoiding that for the last hour, by the way, on instant feedback. I know what the second most.
Oh, Jesus.
And it was every race you can imagine. It's Opie and Anthony.